Welcome. Let us look at Trigonometry 3 Form 4 work. Now here we are reminded of what we learned in Trigonometry 1, which we call SOHCAHTOA. So if we this point we have a Cartesian of this kind, and then we have here is O for O, here O origin, we have A, and then we have B. We have been given that from the distance from O to B is R. We have angle theta here, and then we have this OP. So if we use SOHCAHTOA in form 2, we learn that sine theta will be opposite divided by hypotenuse. Therefore will be opposite divided by hypotenuse. And what is in the opposite? It is AB, which is equal to AB divided by hypotenuse, which is R. So if we multiply this R both sides times R, we will have that AB equal to R sine theta. So from here up to here is R sine theta. Similarly, we do with the cos theta would be equal to, using SOHCAHTOA, cos is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So cos theta equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse, that is OA divided by R. Multiply both sides by R. So we will have that OA will be equal to R cos theta. So we have the distance from here is R cos theta. Now since this one is a right angled triangle, we can use the Pythagoras theorem to find the relationship between cos and the sine. We know that using Pythagoras theorem, R square is equal to, which is the hypotenuse, will be equal to R sine theta square plus R cos theta square. So R square will be equal to R cos theta square, the square is here, plus square everything, plus R sine theta square. So I don't want to go, but the final thing we are going to have, the equation we will find out of simplifying this, we are going to get that sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So this is the equation that we wanted to derive. This is a very important equation in this trigonometry 2, which you must know, that the sine theta square plus cos theta square is equal to 1. Very important. So if you know this one you must master like that. So if this is the case, it simply means that if I want sine from this equation, sine square theta will be equal to what? 1, because this one will cross the equal signs and the sign will change to be negative, cos square theta. A very important equation also to remember. And again, you should know that cos square theta, this one, will be equal to 1 minus sine square theta. Very important. Right? Now, once we have reached it there, we should also know that sine theta divided by cos theta, the answer is tan theta. Very important. That sine theta is equal to, or sine theta divided by cos theta, the answer is tan theta. So simply we are saying that tan theta will be equal to sine theta divided by cos theta. Make note of that. Next one, you should know that sine theta square divided by cos theta square will be equal to tan theta square. Another very important equation to note. So other equations will just come as we continue. So let us look at an example. How are these equations or these equations applicable in an example? Now we have been asked to show that cos theta sine square theta plus cos cube theta divided by sine theta will be equal to 1 over tan theta. So our aim is to solve the equation on the left side. Finally, to get the answer, it is 1 over tan theta. So we want to show that this one and this one are equal. So we begin. So let us start with the numerator. You can see we have cos here. This is one term, the first term, and this is the second term. But cos is common. So what do? Let us put the factors together from the numerator. So we say that cos theta will be equal to, say, we will put here sine square theta, yes, plus this cube, we remove 1, we will have sine, cos square theta, because we will factor out this one, divided by sine theta, right? But what is this? Sine square theta plus cos square theta. That's why I told you must master this. This one is simply this one. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So simply we are saying that this one is cos theta into 1. This is 1 divided by sine theta, right? So what we have here is now cos theta over sine theta. What is this? This is simply 1 over sine theta divided by cos theta. And what is that? This is simply 1. What is this? You know what is this? It is what I told you here. Sine theta divided by cos theta, the answer is tan. So this is the inverse of this. Therefore 1 over sine theta over cos theta, the answer is 1 over tan theta. Hence you have shown that this one equal to this. Another example, example 2. So before I go to example 2, 1 over sine theta cos theta is simply the same as 1 divided by sine theta over cos theta. We remember this is a division, isn't it? So 1 divided by sine theta. So we want to remove the division sign and remember what you learned in fractions. So 1 times, when we multiply here, we have the reciprocal, which is cos theta divided by sine theta. So what is this? It is what we have. So I just wanted to show you that this one and this one is the same thing. Now let us go to example 2. Now we have example 2, 1 minus cos theta into 1 plus cos theta divided by 1 minus sine theta into 1 plus sine theta is equal to tan square theta. So this expression or this equation can be quite confusing if you don't remember the perfect square. Remember in form 2 we learned that a plus b, a minus b is simply a square minus b square. You remember this? So a plus b, a minus b equal to a square minus b square. So what do we have here? We simply have 1 square, so 1 square is just 1, minus cos square theta on the upper side. On the numerator, on the denominator, we have 1 minus sine theta. 1 plus sine theta is simply 1 square minus sine square theta. That's what it means. So it means that 1 square, so 1 square is 1 minus sine square theta. That's what it means. Again, we know what is this. 1 minus cos square theta is the same as sine theta. 1 minus cos square theta, you remember here, I started telling you that sine theta square times sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Then I did this. Sine square theta is equal to 1. It means 1 minus cos theta. Cos square theta means 1 minus. So what does this mean? This means this is simply sine square theta. What about this? This one simply means cos square theta, right? What is sine square theta over cos square theta? It is tan theta square. It is tan square or tan theta square, sorry. So this one is tan theta square. And we were supposed to show that this equal to tan square theta. Tan square theta. Sine square theta. Very good. I hope you are enjoying this lesson. Show that the square root of 4 minus 4 cos square theta divided by 2 cos theta is equal to tan theta. So we want to show that everything is on the left will finally come to be the equal or will be equal to tan theta. So we begin. First, what can you see in the square root? Inside the square root, we have 4. It means that 4 is common. Therefore, we begin there. 34 into 1 minus cos square theta. That's what we start with. Cos theta. Very important. That's why you need to master the equations I gave from the beginning. But we know, what is this? 1 minus cos square theta is simply sine square theta. So next, we have 34 square root. Instead of 1 minus cos square theta, that simply means sine square theta. Because 1 minus cos square theta is sine square theta. We divide by 2 cos theta. Very well. What the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of sine square is sine theta divided by 2 cos theta. Very well. 2 and 2 cancels out. Sine theta, cos theta, what is that? We know that sine theta divided by cos theta equal to tan theta. Hence, we have proved that this one equal to this. Thank you very much. Continue cooperating. Math is very simple. It just needs a lot of practice. You practice, practice, practice. Show that tan square theta plus 1 divided by tan square theta is equal to 1 over 1 minus cos square theta. Very good. So we first need to know that tan square theta is simply sine square theta divided by cos square theta. We know that. So we are saying that instead of tan square theta, we are going to say that sine square theta divided by cos square theta plus 1 divided by sine square theta divided by cos square theta. We are replacing tan square theta with cos and a sine square with that. I hope you are following up to that point. Now, sine square theta divided by cos square theta plus 1, put it over 1, find the LCM. LCM is cos square theta. Here, cos square theta goes here once, so 1 times sine square theta plus cos square goes here once, 1 times 1, cos square times 1 is cos square theta. So our numerator will be sine square theta plus cos square theta divided by cos square theta, and then over sine square theta divided by cos square theta. Now, you know fractions. How do we do fractions? So we want to divide this one divided by this. We are going to get the reciprocal of this. So we are going to say sine square theta plus cos square theta divided by cos square theta times the reciprocal, which is cos square theta sine square theta, right? So this is multiplication, this one and this one will just go. It is also important to note that the sine square theta plus cos here is 1. So this is 1. So this is 1 over 1 times 1 over sine square theta. So we are going to have 1 over sine square theta, right? 1 over sine square theta is simply equal to 1 over, how else do we write sine square theta? Is 1 minus cos square theta. What we wanted to prove. So this equal to this, and we were supposed to show that this one equal to 1 over minus cos square theta, and that's what we have shown here. Thank you very much. Solve the equation on the range 0 less or equal to x less or equal to 180. 6 cos square x minus 7 cos x plus 2 equal to 0. So you need to understand how to solve a quadratic equation. You can see this one is a quadratic equation. So first what you do, you see the cos is common. So here you use the knowledge of quadratic equations, the one you learned in Form 2. Even in quadratic Form 3 will also help. Therefore, let cos x be any letter you choose. So I can choose by. So where we have cos, you put y. And where we have cos square, you put y square. So this one we are going to have 6y square minus 7y plus 2 will be equal to 0. As you can see, we have formed an equation. So we solve this equation the way we know. So the sum here is 6 times 2, that is 12. That is the product, and the sum is -7. So two numbers, when we add, they give us -7. When we multiply them, they give us 12. That is 3 and 4, but negative. So we will have 6y minus 3y minus 4y plus 2 will be equal to 0. So like these terms together. So 2, the common factor here is 3y into 2y minus 1 minus 2 into 2, this is 4, remember this is 4, 2y minus 1 equal to 0. So this one are the same, that is 3y minus 2y minus 1 will be equal to 0. So it means that y here means that 3y will be equal to 2, or 2y will be equal to 1. Meaning here y will be equal to 2 over 3, or y will be equal to a half. That's what it means. But remember we said that let the cos x square be y. So it means that we have here cos x, which is equal to 2 over 3, or cos x equal to a half. Because we know that y equal to cos x. That's what we wrote earlier. So when y equal to 2 over 3, it means that cos x equal to 2 over 3, and the value of x will be equal to cos inverse 2 over 3, which is 2 over 3 is the same as 0.76, and it will give us 47.9 degrees. The cos inverse of 2.3, 2 divided by 3 is 47.9. So since we were given the range, now we need to use the unit circle acts and check where the cos is positive. The cos is positive here and here. Here we have the first angle 47.9 is here. So the next one we will go to 180 to 70. So the next one is here. So that is 360 minus 47.9. 360 minus this one is more than 180. Therefore, we have only one angle here, which is 47.9 when y is equal to that. Now when y equal to a half, we have cos x equal to a half, meaning that x equal to cos inverse a half. And what is the angle? X equal to 60 degrees. So we use the unit circle again, acts. So our first angle cos here is positive, which is 60, that's fine. So our first angle is x is equal to 60, that's correct. Again, the cosine is positive here. How do we get the angle here? We did that in trigonometry 2. So that is 360 minus 60. And this one will give us 300. 300 is more than 180, therefore it is not going to be there. Therefore the angles for x is equal to 47.9, 60 degrees. And that is it. So I want to give you your own to try. So you will try this, solve the equation for the range, this range, and this is the equation 4 sine square x plus 4 cos x is equal to 5. That one you will do. Given that cos x plus 30 degrees equal to sine 2x degrees, for the range this, find the value of x, hence find the value of cos square 3x. Solution. So first you need to know that cos and sine, they add up to cos theta plus sine theta, they add up to 90 degrees. You should know. That is why we have been given this range. Therefore, you need to know that cos x plus 30 plus sine 2x, the answer is 90. Once you have put it like this, you ignore the sine and the cos. So it means that x plus 30 plus 2x, the answer is 90. Like terms together, 3x plus 30 will be 90. 3x equal to 90 minus 60, minus 30. 3x equal to 60. So x equal to 20 degrees. X is equal to 20 degrees. So hence solve for the value of cos. So cos square 3x This simply means cos square into 3 times x, which is 20. So we will have cos square into 60. But what is cos 60? Cos 60 equal to 0.5. So if cos 60 is equal to 0.5, cos square 60 would be equal to 0.5 times 0.5. Therefore, the answer is 0.25. Thank you very much. The next trigonometry I will look at is for the graphs. The next lesson I will give for the graphs only. Thank you very much. Remember to subscribe and share to your friends.